pulls
Back up!
with a playful giggle.
Back up, man.
I don't think most living people could answer that, either. Does anyone actually know who they are or what they want?
Very true. See, this is exactly what I was trying to tell you about in the woods. This already happened. We killed her.
Yes, obviously things are strange right now. I think it's safe to say that you've seen something you shouldn't have seen. Whatever worlds you've hopped between, whatever versions of me you've met, none of that matters now. There's no changing what's already happened. But you have a job to finish. Finish how? We already did what you told us. And now she's a ghost.
Technically, yes.
You haven't tried slaying her yet this time, though, have you?
You can't...
And then what? And then you'll have saved the world. I think he's asking about what happens after we save the world. If that's even still an option.
Do we really want to be taken back to that room?
What do you
No.
mean after? You already know what we mean, don't you? So why don't you go ahead and tell us?
Exactly.
Are you going to try and lock us away in a timeless void again? Because I didn't much care for that.
Yep. I agree with you.
I'm not going to lock you anywhere.
You're full of
What an interesting choice of emphasis.
Yeah. Anyway, you mean you're gonna lock us nowhere? Is there any way I can make it up to you? She'll probably just say possession again.
You already know what I want. Let me in.
Yes, ma'am. I died too, and I'm not floating around. What happened? Why am I different? Why are you different?
You don't look dead, killer.
The princess grabs your wrist,
Oh.
a sudden shock of cold flowing all the way up your arm, her eyes still fixed on yours as you try to squirm out of her grip.
And you don't feel dead, either.
She lets go and pulls away. Your fingertips tingle painfully as the chill subsides.
I'm less interested in why you are, or how you are, and a lot more interested in what you are. But we've already been over that. So why don't you stop stalling and let me in? It's so cold out here.
What can you do to even hurt me?
A boring question with an easy answer. Nothing. She's a ghost. Ghosts can't hurt us.
Still feel like she can scare me.
That's for you to know, and for you to wonder about. Maybe I can't do anything to you.
See?
Or maybe I can rip your heart out. Who's to say, really?
I don't like the uncertainty here. I don't know what to do or who to trust.
Okay, after I killed you, this cabin was teleported. It wasn't in the woods anymore. Everything stopped. I had to kill myself to escape.
You poor thing. That must have been so frightening for you.
Alright, no need to be sarcastic.
You know, after everything we've been through, it's nice to see someone finally sympathising with us. This whole thing's been an ordeal, hasn't it?
She wasn't sympathising, she was being sarcastic, you knob.
She doesn't mean it.
Yeah.
It serves you right.
There you go.
I was pretty scared too, when you stood there not saying a word with a knife clenched in your fist. But now you know how bad it hurts to get stabbed in the chest. It sounds like you got exactly what you were owed.
See? Didn't I tell you? If you can go through walls, can't you just leave on your own?
I wish that's how it worked, but this place won't let me go.
There's lots of different things I could choose here, so I'm gonna save. Because the true option I want to pick is let her possess me. I want to see what happens. But there's a lot of different things here. Stop playing the victim, you threatened me.
Well, yeah, you brought a knife with you. Was I supposed to just welcome you with open arms when you obviously had stabbing on the mind?
That knife could have been for anything.
It could have, but it wasn't. You can't blame me for threatening a would-be knife-wielding murderer, especially when that would-be knife-wielding murderer became an actual knife-wielding murderer.
Touché.
We could always try violence. It's worked for us so far.
When I said I'm out of ideas, violence was not the answer.
She's a ghost. Who says ghosts are immune to violence? Common sense? There's nothing common or sensible about common sense. Action and observation are the only things that matter. Fine, then let me observe that the acts of killing her and killing ourselves haven't got us much of anywhere. We're still back in this cabin, we're still dealing with her, only now she has a good reason to hate us. I suppose you have a point. Do you have any ideas then? I don't know. Maybe we did what she wants. Maybe we let her possess us and walk out of here.
That's what I was thinking.
We could. It would be something different. I like different.
There you go.
Absolutely not. If you walk her out of here, she's going to end the world. And is that really so bad? Yes. It is by its very definition bad. But those are the only options, aren't they? Violence or doing what she wants. Or just leaving her down here. Though ignoring a problem is rarely a solution, is it?
So everything's pointing in the direction of letting her possess you. I'm going to do another save, I don't trust it. But I just want to see what happens if you do the other things. Let's try leaving her... No, slaying her first.
Without a moment's hesitation, you lash out with your blade. It's like you're slashing at air. No matter how many times you stab at her, no matter how many angles you strike from, all you manage to do is interrupt her form, the skin of your hand prickling with cold as it passes through, unable to find anything solid.
We tried.
Adorable when you're confused. But I didn't say you could touch me.
Oh god.
Why are you even here? Just making sure you finish the job, or what?
Okay, so that didn't work. Slay the princess harder. Yeah, go for it.
You swing at the princess once more, and once more your blade cuts through nothing as she disappears.
Really?
Her voice chides from elsewhere in the room.
Oh god.
You whirl around, finding her hovering between you and the basement stairs, looking you over with grim disappointment. She draws in close.
No.
I was willing to let bygones be bygones, killer. I was willing to ignore everything you did to me so we could get out of here, together.
Oh god.
All I ever wanted was to leave this place. All I ever wanted was to find a way back home. Wherever home is.
Her eyes turn from wells of sorrow to pits of wrath as she stares into you.
I guess violence is the only language you speak.
She forces her hand into your chest, and then... Yes? Nothing happens.
Oh.
Are you sure about that? Something should have happened. And yet it didn't. We're fine.
Oh. Stereo?
You can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next, but it is over before you can fully conceptualize what it is. A horrific splintering, the squelching of organs, the rending of tissue, an icy, numbing pain.
I'm done asking. The next time I see you, I'm taking everything I owed. Starting with your body. If you don't choose to give me my freedom, I'll just have to make you give it to me.
She's real now. If she's making us dead, we should return the favor.
Hit her!
You swing your blade towards her briefly corporeal throat. It connects. A gash widens across her neck, glowing ectoplasm leaking from the wound. But it's too little, too late. In her hand, you realize she clutches your still beating heart. It thumps unsettlingly. Did we get her? Even if we didn't, we've given her something to remember.
See you soon, killer.
I'm afraid you'll never know. As she crushes your precious organ in her hand, everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh dear. Let's go back and try the other options, because that wasn't good. Okay, I've given it enough thought. Let's get you out of here.
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
You're really trying to make it up to me, aren't you? Thanks for being a pal, killer. I mean it.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
See you soon.
Oh, that's just great.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart, all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul.
To be fair, I felt like the dialogue was pushing me in this direction to do this.
I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over?
Oh no!
I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body.
Oh!
You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
Come on, you've got to get up. I know everything feels heavy right now, but we still have to get out of here.
Your eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
Wait, she
So
can hear the
It
narrator
doesn't
now?
work like that for you? Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor, are they also supposed to be you?
Excuse me?
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass, I'm
It's okay. You can finish your thought.
a voice? I'm me is what I am. Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
You don't have to fight. We'll all be out of here soon.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too. I'm clearly the same thing you are.
They're not listening to me. Do they not listen to you either?
No! Actually, no!
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
You're more important than me.
So, you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
That's rude.
You're kind of like me, actually.
Oh no, is he another entity?
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen. Obviously, she's nowhere to be seen.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
Alright, calm down.
You don't have to let him get to you. You're better than that. You're starting to make things right.
Thank you.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
Oh. So I can end myself with her inside me? Does that count? Time to save again. I can't think straight. There's too much noise, or just leave. Okay, I can't think
It's
straight.
okay. We're almost out of here. Just take it one step at a time, and everything will be fine.
Everything won't be fine if you listen to her. One way or another, this is all going to end. Wouldn't it be nice if he ends with it?
Wouldn't that be nice? There's only one way to find out.
Okay. Let's KMS.
Isn't that an interesting idea? I hadn't even considered it as an option.
I
Slaying
impressed
her
you, didn't
would
I?
slay you. Are you sure you're willing to do that?
Let's go for
Of
it.
course we're sure. The decision has already been made. All right then. Better this than ferrying her out of here.
What do you think you're doing?
Hear that? She's scared. No point wasting more time. Do it.
She is
You
not
lift
going
the
to be
blade,
very happy.
Then plunge it deep into your guts. Pain spreads quickly through your torso as you attempt to turn its edge up towards your heart.
No!
The princess, her spirit bound to your prison of flesh as she had once been bound to the basement's prison of stone, cries out in agony as you slice through organ and muscle.
Oh.
Your skin roils and bucks as she violently pushes against it from the inside. Bits of her seep through, white and glowing with ethereal light, but still the walls of your prison hold.
Is this really what you wanted? Do you hate me so much that you would kill yourself just to deny me freedom?
Yes, he would. Because he knows what's at stake, and he knows what will happen if you leave this place. I'm not so sure about all of that. Don't be modest. You're a hero.
Do you think I'm just going to stick around while you die? Hell no, I'm leaving.
You can try if you want. I think this is an end for all of us.
Out, let me out, let me out, let me out!
The princess's form continues struggling to pull itself out of you, but the effort is in vain. You collapse to your knees.
Oh god.
Your vision blurs, then starts to fade. And then what happens? I think he's gone. Just like everything else. Are we dead? I don't know. I don't think so. This is different than it was last time.
As the voices in your head debate amongst themselves, the form of the princess crawls from your body and into the vast nothing surrounding you.
Do you think we're done? Do you?
Oh, you don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. It's gonna be okay, just trust me. Approach the mirror. Well, time to wipe my memories.
I would have kept them in the dark if I were you. What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
Time to go, buddy. Time to start it all again. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. You've grown. Why was that called the bloat? You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
So we have sent you a piece of yourself back.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
What does it feel like to change?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why?
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
So you don't have a choice, is what you're saying? When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is vaporous. She is a dream for a life she could never have. But that longing has given her so much capacity for kindness. She will make for an understanding heart. Do not mourn her. She will finally be able to hold what she never knew.
What do you feel about me and the vessels I've been bringing you?
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
How many more do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
Everything feels like a riddle. Can you talk straight?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions.
You know what?
The
Fair play.
vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
Okay, I'm gonna save. Because I'm gonna attack her and see what happens. Your will cuts across the entity in front of you, but nothing happens.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Ugh. Got that baby jump. Everything goes dark and you die.
She's looking